Okay, come on. Good morning. Let's clap. It's all good this morning. Thank God for Jesus. Good morning, guys. It is Feel Good Friday. It's Friday, November the 3rd, 2023. 3 minutes after the hour. Welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen SennyJ and the Queen Miss Miko. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Chat room is wide open, or you can call in 570-982-6950. We hope everyone's okay on this glorious Friday morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is where you get your morning love, but most importantly, it's the only place on earth where you get your morning started right. SennyJ, good morning. God bless you. Good to see you. And how are you, young lady?
Good morning, Sean. I'm doing fantastic. Good morning to everybody listening. We have an amazing show for you today, as always, especially on this Feel Good Friday. We're going to get started with Senny Says, where I will let you know what is happening in Hollywood and entertainment news. We're also going to have Front Page News with Senny J, where I will let you know what is going on locally, nationally, and globally. So you want to make sure you stick around for that.
You definitely want to make sure you stick around for whatever Cindy J has to say, excuse me. And I tell you why. And welcome to the show. I'll tell you why I'm feeling in a weird way this morning, Cindy. It's a Feel Good Friday. I feel good, but Cindy, I'm tired as hell. Last night, went to the almighty New York City. Shout out to my man DJ Supreme.
I'm going to share the show.
Uh, some of y'all know I live out here in Pennsylvania, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, Lehigh Valley area. Kind of quiet out here comparison to the almighty New York City. And when they say New York City is the city that never sleeps, that slogan must have been around for the last 100 years. There's truth to every word in that statement and slogan. Last night I did a comedy show, guys, with the New York King Talent. My man comedian Solo will be out here next month. Barbara Feeney, my man Aldo, my man Rick was in the building. And we had a great time. But let me tell you something. The place was absolutely packed in New York City on a Thursday night at 10 o'clock at night. And even for someone who I've been running these streets since I've been 6 years old. And it still amazes me how a certain metropolitan area, especially in the New York area, where it's on and popping on a Thursday at midnight. Walked out of the club, and it's just weird. I share these stories a lot, but it still fascinates me. I walk out the club about the show was the show in duration was really not that long. The show started about 9:40, it ended about a little bit after 11. I got out of there about 11:30, and people were still walking in. And what fascinated me about it is the fact that, okay, I get it if it's younger folks, young adults, or folks in their 30s and their 20s. Because I know all of us, when we were in our 20s and 30s, we used to hang out and we would go out at any given night of the week back in the day. Most of us, some of us. But the shocking part of all of this situation for me last night that I experienced, it was older folks. Like grandma was out. Grandma with the walker was out. See, there was a lady, grandma had a walker. She was in the club. And this is the second night in a row that I've seen this.
Not the walker.
I was in Brooklyn Wednesday night. I saw Auntie with the walker, without the tennis balls. And then last night, somebody with the walker. Shout out to my handicapped folks with these walkers that are out in these streets jeopardizing a SSI or whatever kind of medical benefits they're getting
Not the
or
SSI.
receiving to get their laugh on. Because if I was getting heavy money from the government on an insurance claim or Social Security, and then we had our ambassador, Vanetta George, who's well versed in all of this. I'm saying if I'm getting that disability money, you gotta take it easy out in these streets. I know we can go out. I know if you have disability and you're getting this money, you're getting about 4 to 6 thousand a month.
Not the disability money.
Like you getting that guaranteed check. Only thing you gotta do is hunch your back over on that walker
Mm-mm.
and keep getting paid. I'm not mad at you. But why you in the club at 11 o'clock or midnight getting your party on? Shout out to my folks that are on disability that's getting this check, that's getting that money, that's going out and having a good time. See, do you get judgmental when you see that person with the walker in the club or where they're not supposed to be and you're looking at them like, what's going on?
No. Actually, I don't see when I go out, I don't run into too many people with walkers. So I think that's just a whole demographic thing. I don't think the places I go would have people in there with walkers.
Well, Cindy, you got to get out of that farm community that you live in up there in the
No, it's not
Nazareth
the
area.
farm community. It's just, when I go out, I go out to clubs with a little younger crowd. But I
Oh,
get it. Go out there and get it.
Cindy, Cindy, let me share this with you.
There's really no maneuvering with a walker in the places I go.
Cindy, there's a lot of walkers in New York City.
I
There's a
believe
lot
it.
of New Yorkers at any given block, SennyJ. You're gonna see somebody with a walker that's out here in these streets. New York City is the city of the walkers. Cindy, what are those things? What are those walkers actually called? Are they called a walker? What's the medical term of those?
I think it's called a
Yo,
walk.
Cindy, I saw like a teenage girl, a young lady, teenage young lady. I think maybe she broke her foot or whatever. She had a walker, Cindy.
A walker, not crutches.
Oh, she had a walker.
Mm-mm.
Put a number one chat room. I'll prove it to you right now. Put a number one chat room if you know or saw somebody with a walker in the last like 5 days. And for my people with those walkers and you getting that benefit money, be careful in the club. That's all I'm saying.
I
Cindy, what's the
believe
average amount of disability that you get in this country? If you what's that paper like? It must be a significant amount of money because the more and more I come outside, the more I see a lot of people with wheelchairs, walkers, and I'm not talking about folks that are paralyzed. I'm just talking about folks that are just injured for whatever various reason, getting that check.
How
Put
do you
enough
know what their injuries are to know if they're severe or not?
because they're in the club laughing at my ass.
So what? They could be paralyzed and in the club.
That no, that's true. No, that's a different situation. Yeah, of course, that's true. I'm talking about these temporary folks that are out here running around here with these walkers, or that they're sick and they're getting that check. What about these guys?
Actually, I knew a kid like that. He was always out at the bar and he had a neck brace on. And I would be like, why you keep coming out with that neck brace on? Like you look crazy. And he said it was because he was fighting a car accident and he didn't want to get caught slipping.
What do you mean fighting a car accident? What do you mean?
He was suing somebody.
Oh,
And
okay,
so
okay.
he said he needed to wear the neck brace. Like when I tell you every time it was literally for like a year. Every time I saw this kid, he had I was like, oh, like, are you all right? I was like, he was like, nah. He was like, I'm fighting a case right now, so I can't get caught slipping. I was like, well, let me just say, you are dedicated. Let's get a shot because you need to relax. Like stiff, straight up, whole
Yeah.
apparatus. He even had something on his arm. It was crazy.
Yo, you can't knock them for being ambitious. Uh,
I think he was fine though.
And you got these, the workmen cops out there, the people who fall, they got to get that check. Uh,
Yeah.
Shout out to those folks on a Feel Good Friday. You fell at the job and you need the extra money. And what's the laws on workmen's comp? I don't think I've ever, when I had a job like that, I don't think I ever filed for workmen's comp. Cindy, have you ever fell on the floor at any one of your particular 19,000 jobs you had in your lifetime and felt the need to like, I need a check from this?
Yeah, but I can never. I've actually, yeah, I have hurt myself on the job, but I have never reported it because, you know, I smoke marijuana and you're not going to get anything if you
Well,
file a workman's comp suit. So, but I've known people that have done it before and they've been off work for like a year, still getting paid. So maybe I should stop smoking and try that.
well, Cindy,
So I
well,
can get a little check.
Cindy, well, first of all, thanks for your honesty. You see how she rolled her head back, like, yeah, it's for the weed. If it wasn't for the
I've
weed,
I've really been hurt though. Yeah, like I sprained my ankle one time on the job. I had to like say I did it at home. Like I missed
why
out on
you
a
just
lot of money.
didn't? Why didn't you just? I know you just answered the question, but why you just didn't take a chance and file the claim anyway?
Because it's just a bunch of paperwork for nothing.
So my
And
whole thing is,
I probably would have lost my job.
right?
It's
How
all right.
dare you? How dare you report?
Yeah, because that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna be like, "Oh, go to the doctor, give you a drug test, and all that BS." I don't got time for that. It'll be
Put
fine.
a
I'll
number
just
one
report
chat
it at
room if
home.
you put a number one in the chat room if you ever filed for workman comp back in the day or currently, and put a number one in the chat room if you ever filed for unemployment. Cindy, I filed for unemployment once back in the day. It was so long ago, I can't even remember. And they would give me a check, a few dollars every other week. And I was so happy and proud that I was like, okay, I'm getting money from the system. But that was so long ago, I can't even remember. Put a number one chat room if you ever on a Feel Good Friday, if you ever filed for unemployment. Go ahead,
I
Cindy.
did that though. I quit a job, and everybody always says you can't get unemployment if you quit. But I had quit a job, and I filed for unemployment, and they gave it to me. So I don't know what that was about, but I took my chances. That was cool. I didn't work for the whole summer.
I'm gonna tell you something. If you don't know Cindy J is well versed on the unemployment laws in this country. This is the queen of unemployment. This is the woman who wrote the statute of unemployment. This is the woman that goes, "Don't worry about it, kids. Checks will still be arriving." This is a woman that her mother, and her sister, and everyone has studied the unemployment system in this country, not only the state of Pennsylvania. They are well versed in getting that money after the fact. So if you want to fire said Cindy J, please go ahead because you will get notified by the state of Pennsylvania in about 30 hours. Let's applaud Cindy J.
No, no, it's just you work
Cindy
six
worked at a
months, you're off 6 months. It's a work life balance.
Cindy worked at a job for one shift and filed for unemployment and got 14 hours of it in return. All right, welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Number one, put a number one chat room if you ever filed for workers' comp. Put a number two if you ever filed for unemployment.
I do want
We
to get
want to
that
know.
comp money though. It's good
Yeah,
money.
City, what's on your mind? What's on your mind? Listen, I'm still thinking in my heart, Christmas party, December the 6th at 275 Park in Brooklyn. It's still on my mind. Go ahead, Sydney. What's going on?
Well, speaking of smoking weed, Burner Boy, who is a well-known, he's an African artist. He makes Afro beats. I'm trying to think of the song that he did, but his name is Burner Boy, and he says he turned down a $5 million check in Dubai because smoking weed is illegal in the United Arab Emirates. A video was recently shared online of the Nigerian artist freestyling as members of his band played music. During the rap, Burna Boy, whose real name is Damini Ogulu, revealed that he turned down a $5 million offer to perform in Dubai because smoking weed is banned in the UAE. According to reports, attempting to enter Dubai with the controversial drug could result in a 5-year sentence. And if you're caught smoking weed there, you might face a minimum of 3 months behind bars and possible deportation when released. For weed lovers, a way to ensure you avoid these penalties is to stay out of Dubai. And it seems Burna Boy, who's 32 years old, has opted just to do that. Um, He's no stranger to sharing his truth in and out of the studio. As previously reported in August, he seemingly rubbed some music lovers the wrong way with his thoughts on Afro beats during an interview. He said there is no substance to it. Like nobody is talking about anything. It's just a great time. It's an amazing time. But at the end of the day, life is not an amazing time. You're still going to face life. So for me, I feel like music should be that. Music should be the essence of the artist. The artist is a person. Me speaking for myself, the artist is a person who has good days, bad days, great days, and worse days. Of course, people took to social media to talk about addiction and how it shouldn't make you stop getting a check and how Burna Boy was stupid and they would have went and got that Dubai money, which I think he should have got it too. Like, I don't think that's anything to brag about, sir. What do you think, Sean?
Well, first of all, this is what I think. Shout out to you don't want to know what I think. Very lethal. If you really want to know what I think, you don't want to know what I think. If you want to know what I
Please,
really think, you would
please,
never
Sean,
speak.
let us know.
If you know what I really want to know what I'm thinking, you'll never speak to me again. Uh, Shout out to our good friend, our sis Diane Hall in the chat room. God bless you. Uh, Burner Boy. First of all, I love that name, but for some reason, I wanna. My spirit is telling me to pause that name, Burner Boy. Is that a pause? I don't know. Secondly, 32 years old. Uh, Obviously, making millions of dollars anyway. This Afro beats have taken on as a new trend in the last, I would say, 2 to 3 years. A lot of Afro beats coming from the motherland, which we should truly acknowledge. Don't worry about it, Black folks. I tell you this: the Babylonians will take over Afro beats in the next 2 years. Trust me. But for the man to turn down $5 million because he can't smoke the weed, young man, I don't think that was a good move on your end.
Word.
Because even though you're 32 years old and your earning potential could go for at least another 20 years, or at least right now while you're hot, while you're a hot artist, at least the next 5 years. But who's gonna pay you $5 million down the road? I'm not trying to diminish your greatness, but let's go with the reality. A lot of these countries in Dubai and the Arab League, they have all these billionaires that live out there that want these artists throughout the world to perform for them personally. That's when you know you have a lot of money. Back in the days, we hear stories of Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston and all the rappers going to the Middle East just to perform for some king for $3 million.
Word.
Burna Boy, this might be one of your last opportunities to get $3 million and you $5 million, and you turned that down because you can't puff and pass, bro. You can't. You got the stained fingers. Let me see what he look like. I know you got dark skin and crusty, even though you're a millionaire.
Not he's crusty. Let me see if they have a picture. Oh, he's cute.
Too much of the puff. Everybody in the chat room, when y'all used to smoke weed, how y'all used to do it? Like, Cindy, here, Cindy. Wait, Cindy, grab that.
Thank you.
Take that hit. Run that back.
Don't make me get a real one.
See, he's a good-looking man. You got the weed lips. You know, he's a good-looking man. He look high in that picture right now.
Hey, Burner Boy.
Hey, Burner
Hey,
Boy.
Boo. Hey, Boo.
Cindy, you let him run up and down you.
Shut
Cindy,
up, Sean.
Cindy,
God, so
You
annoying.
let Burner Boy roll up and down you.
We can.
Burner Boy, that's not a good look, my friend. I know you love the weed, but get the bag, bro. You can't smoke, you can't go without weed for a few days, bro.
I
I
know.
know
What
it's
would it be like 2 days? Like, come on.
bro, you can do it. And listen, you gotta respect these countries and their beliefs and their policies. Everybody think in America and all these other countries where half the country is liberal and you can do what you want. You can't do what you want in these certain countries in the world. And
Well,
Dubai
maybe.
is one. No, Kuwait. Is it Kuwait? You said. I'm sorry.
No, it's Dubai. Yeah.
And Dubai is one of them. You can't smoke the weed over there.
Which I do think was good on his part because he was like, you know what? I'm not even going to tempt myself. But you shouldn't leave that type of money on the table. Like, we're not talking about hundreds of thousands. Like, we're talking about millions. And the American dollar is plummeting. So you kind of want to get all you can get right now.
Yeah, you want to get all the money you can. You know, the world is in an uncertain state right now. There could be a war, another virus out here. It's a lot of unstable situations here in this world. So get the bag while you can.
Right.
But but I do respect the fact that hey, listen, you want to be high, and I don't know what you smoking for you to turn down $5 million. But could you please forward some of this to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show Feature Wake Up Team so we can pass it on to our beloved
Please.
City Day?
I would
City,
love to be in a state of delusion.
City, would you smoke weed? Would you have a puff pass session with Burner Boy?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That sounds amazing. Sounds like an
Okay,
amazing time.
there you
That
go.
African weed? That African weed? It's
That
probably
that
next
mama
level.
that mama cool mama sa.
Okay. Let me try some of that.
Where's she, City? Where's she from?
Nigeria.
No,
They call it Igbo out there.
Igbo. Yo, he's not Nigerian, so you know what I'm saying. He feel, he playing games out there. You know the Nigerians. You know how they get down. He got half his income in the United States with the PPP loans, allegedly.
Stop.
Nigerians took all that American money. Shout out to the Nigerians.
Um, moving on, Jonathan Majors. His trial is set to start. I know it's been mums the word on him for a little bit. But actually, Jonathan Majors is reportedly facing recast or removal from the Marvel Cinematic Universe as he is heading to trial for his alleged domestic assault charges. According to reports, the most pressing issue during an annual meeting in Palm Springs attended by Marvel executives was how to handle Jonathan Majors as he heads to trial for domestic assault. The embattled actor portrayed Kang the Conqueror in 2023's Ant-Man and the Wasp and as part of the Disney Plus series Loki. He was slated to appear in a number of upcoming Marvel productions, including a fifth Avengers film. But this future remains uncertain as the studio grows anxious. During the retreat, there were reportedly discussions about switching the Marvel Universe's focus to another nemesis or recasting his role completely. The news follows Disney's decision to postpone the release of Jonathan's forthcoming film, Magazine Dreams, which was scheduled to premiere in theaters on December 4th. Low key executive producer Kevin Wright previously shared he never had conversations about removing Majors off the current season of the show, despite the appearance of negotiations during the Marvel conference. He said it felt hasty to do anything without knowing how all of this plays out. Um, the actor filed a domestic violence complaint against his accuser in June. She was recently arrested on October 25th and charged with assault and criminal mischief. However, her attorney expressed disappointment about his client's unwarranted arrest and noted that the district attorney's office had already reviewed evidence and determined her to be the victim and that they probably wouldn't move forward with charges. Um, so yeah, his trial is slated to begin on November 29th, and he faces up to a year in jail if he's found guilty. So they're still moving forward with his trial. And I don't know, his lawyer seems so sure that they had this groundbreaking evidence that was indisputable that would show that he is not in any way to be held guilty, but the DA is moving forward. So I really want to see what happens with this charge. And he's been seen multiple times out with Megan Good. Like, I just don't like that for her. Like, how you go from a pastor to this? Like, I don't know. It just seems really weird. I don't like this for her. Get out, sis.
Why she has to get out? Well, first of all, this is the whole thing. And welcome to the show, guys. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Shout out to the homie Princess Cox, no pause, D-Lo Mathis, God bless. Bernadette Chisholm Williams, God bless. Wilson, God bless. Now, this is a man who struck down a female Babylonian, allegedly. This is a man that put his hand on the milk.
Not
This is a
his
man.
hands on the milk. Son, stop. What's wrong with you?
This is a man who kicked the snow bunny. Allegedly. This is a man that embarrassed the bunny, and she went to court and found out that she's crazy as hell as well. And then in his codependency, bipolarness, he gets into another relationship with Megan Good, who is our sort of one of our American heroes. We grew up with her. But I love the roll bounce,
You,
back in the day.
Sean, with this roll bounce, I've never even seen that movie, and you like revere it as one of your favorites. I
Never seen
can't.
Cindy. You gotta roll bounce. And if you watch this
Was
movie,
that with Bow Wow?
yeah, with Bow Wow, if you watch that movie one time, Cindy J, you will fall in love with it. Put a number one chat room if you watch the movie Roll Bounce. We already
I
went through
gotta,
this.
I gotta find it on a streaming service. I'll see. I've never seen it.
And my question is the DA, and this is in New York, right?
Yeah.
Who's the DA in New York that just won't let this go? Is this a black female? Like, I don't know. Who is this person that won't let it go? Like this
Not a
in
black
the hood,
female. Let me see.
this might be a misdemeanor, this might be a warning, this might be okay, a few days in jail, and then you go on with your life. But with him, it has escalated into a major jeopardy for his career. Now that the Brandon situation with Marvel Comics, that's done, brother. You dropped the whole entire bag because you pushed down the oat milk.
And see, now Megan Good gonna have to support you because nobody want to work with you. I guess he'll be paying the light bill in the home.
Yeah. You like to put your hands on something. There's nothing wrong. Listen, back in the 80s and the 70s, we put hands on the ladies back in those days. It was acceptable. Not 2023 going on 2024. You can't do that. You can't behave that way. And she dropped the whole quarter on you. And it's going to ruin your career. And remember, they just had that movie premiere with was it Michael K. Jordan, right? They were all
Yes, it happened that weekend that movie came out. I was so mad because I was so happy. Creed 3. Thank you, Jonathan Majors, for ruining it for me. I
yeah.
was rooting for you, bro. Ugh.
And look what Michael K. Jordan did. He hot stepped it. He's nowhere in your realm, bro. He he deleted you from Facebook. He blocked your number. He don't want no part of your energy. And now look at you. You was the rising star in the African community. I disagree with Cindy. Megan Good. Megan, stay with your man. Because that's the problem with relationships. When you go through hard times and bumpy roads, a lot of women want to bail out. That's happened to me several occasions.
She needs to be alone anyway. Like, girl, heal, please.
Okay,
You
so
just got out of a decades-long
Megan,
marriage.
Megan, stay by your man right now for the moment.
Yeah,
And
as his ship is going down and his values, stay by that man.
so the way I look at it right now, Snow Bunny 1, African American brother 0.
African American couple down 0, both of them.
Down 0.
Um, DA is Alvin Bragg. Let's see who this guy is.
Is he a black guy or a white guy? Because boy, you are not.
Alvin Bragg. That's given. Oh, looks like a black man.
It's a black. It's the brother.
It's a
Come on,
brother.
bro. Yo, bro. What's his name again?
Alvin Bragg.
Hey, oh, Alvin. Come on, Alvin.
Come on, Big Al.
Come on, Al.
Bro.
Come on. You was mad because they snatched up all your little girlfriends when you was in the 6th grade, bro?
Alvin Bragg is coming for you, bro.
Yo, they used to snap on you when you was in the 9th grade and 11th grade. You was bullied back in the day, bro, because you got look like you got bully victim face, brother. You went to school all the way and you said you gonna get every brother back that mistreated you, brother. You are on a crusade to ruin the black man, bro. Come on, Alvin, you from Queens, bro. You look like you from Queens. You look like you from Jamaica, Queens, bro. Yo, Alvin, where is he from? Yo, Alvin, come on, knock it off, bro. Drop all charges. A black man keeping a black man down like this? I just said in the beginning of this rant, like this would be just a normal, like misdemeanor, 2 days in jail. You see the judge warns both of you guys, don't you fight no more. Don't you fight no more. That's all this is, Alvin. Why are you trying to ruin this man's career, man? In New York City, don't you think we have pressing issues with crime in New York City, bro?
And
but you know what it is, Alvin? Alvin, you know what it is? You want to score points. You want to be the mayor. And what you doing is you using Jonathan as a sacrificial lamb, bro. I am thoroughly disappointed.
He says a crime has been committed and he wants to right the wrong. He probably got a Babylonian at home. That's why.
No. Whoa. There's different Babylonians.
Okay. His wife is Jamila Ponton. Let's see.
There's different type of Babylonians. You got the 100% milk, and you got urban Babylonians. And you got urban Babylonians. See, let's get it right. I don't deal with the 100% milk.
Please. Please.
Urban.
Get out of here. Please.
Urban Babylonian is where Harvey goes. That's where the buffalo roams.
Please.
If I'm gonna do a Babylonian urban, like my wife be running around here. I know that's right.
Stop.
Kathy Garrison, that's urban. Kathy Garrison, what's good, Shawn? I'm not talking about the milk.
Kathy's the homie.
Exactly. That's different. See, if Kathy Garrison, if a black man put hands on Kathy Garrison, it's understandable with us. Not the milk. Cause Kathy Garrison, she gonna take those blows like a champ.
Oh my gosh.
See, this woman, the 100% milk, she's trying to ruin this man's career. And now it's a trifecta with Alvin over here from Queens. Yo, Alvin, come on, bro. Drop all these charges. This man has a movie career. And now he's at your mercy, Alvin.
He's not budging.
And Alvin, you have an African-American. Alvin, you got an African-American. Let's play the race card. And everybody, Tamiko's in the room. We see her. Alvin, let's play the race card. 100% milk. You're African American, and your wife is an African American, bro. That's 2-1. And three. And Jonathan, 3-1, bro. That's a 75% ratio. I'm very disappointed.
He's over there with Clarence Thomas. So, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. We keep trying to tell y'all that. So you got to be on your P's and Q's. You got to watch out. We're
Everybody,
not
the
all
one,
for one another.
everybody, the
And
one and only,
Alvin. Oh, go ahead.
everybody, the one and only Miss Miko's in the building. God bless her.
God bless.
Good
Hey,
morning.
girl. Morning.
Alvin, you disappointed me, bro. Man, see, it's always those light skinned neighbors from Queens that always act dope. I don't know if he's from Queens, but he looks like he's from Queens. Bro.
He's
I think
definitely giving. Yeah, he
Right,
not.
he's
got
giving
that. Yeah,
right, Miss Miko, you're
definitely.
right. He's giving a Queens kind of a vibe.
Yeah, he
Like,
is for
Well,
sure.
well, Jonathan, you effed up.
I'm
Megan,
a,
stay by your man, and that's it.
well, she got to now, but when she heard rumblings in the beginning, when all this dropped, like it seemed like they used this case as like their coming out party. Like, why couldn't y'all just keep it? Like, she was just so wanted to walk tall past this man with this man. What if it comes out that he's going to jail for a year? You still gonna stick beside him if he's
Yeah, but that's
convicted of assaulting this woman? You still gonna stand up there like that's my man? I'm gonna stick beside him, like Megan. Like,
no. But hold on,
go
Cindy. You
heal.
looking
Go
at but
go to Costa Rica and go on a retreat. Burn some sage, girl. Drink some ayahuasca root. Like, get yourself together because what you're giving right now is not a strong single black female. Like we were all hoping you to be after you stop being the first lady. Like, just stop.
well, you taking a negative role. What if he is found not guilty? Then she looks like the shining queen who stuck by her man, Cindy J. So
I
let's
don't
give
think he's
her.
gonna come out righteous on top of this because Alvin, he looks like he's coming with his papers highlighted, his stamps, his sticky notes together, and it's a slam dunk. Alvin is not coming to play. So
Alvin got a picture of Jonathan in the bathroom, and he's making love to that picture every morning before he makes love to his wife, and then he goes outside. Alvin, Alvin want to get smashed and violated by Jonathan.
Oh my god.
let me find out where Alvin is from.
Yo, if he's from Queens,
Queen.
this show. If he's from Queens, this show is over. Everybody, Miss Miko's in the chat room. Miss Miko, you have the weather for us, or what's going on over there? While you look that up, Cindy J, let's yield our time to the one and only Miss Miko. And good morning, Miss Miko.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, SennyJ. Hi,
Hey,
Sean.
girl.
Hey, chat room members. How are you? It's your girl, Miss Miko. It feels good to be here with you guys on this Friday. You know I love you because I'm not even in town and I'm showing y'all love. I love you guys. I miss you guys. I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back with the jump off. Anyway, let's get started with the weather right here in Tampa. I'm in Tampa, Florida, guys, just kind of hanging out for a couple of days. It's 61 going to a high of 82. Where y'all are at back in Bethlehem, PA, is currently 32 going to a high of 56. In New York City, you are 41 going to a high of 57, which isn't bad, New York City. You're right under like the freezing mark. So I think you should have a good Friday. For the weekend, what are you guys doing this weekend? There's a big festival in Eastern PA. I don't know if you guys know about it. It's called the Bacon Fest. I know a lot of people don't eat pork, but if you do eat pork, please go check out the Bacon Fest. It's everything bacon. It's bacon ice cream, bacon cheeseburgers, bacon on a stick, bacon beer, whatever you can think of, bacon will be in Eastern PA this weekend. So all of you pork eaters, please go to Eastern PA and enjoy Bacon Fest. And that's all I got for you. It's your girl, Miss Miko, Shawn Harvey Morning Show, the only place where you get your morning started right.
Thank you, Miss Miko. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. Bacon Fest this weekend. Next weekend we have comedy. We're at the Game Time Saturday, November the 11th, and we're at the Iron Mill on the 12th. So come on out, Lehigh Valley. We've got a whole weekend of laughter. Go ahead, Cindy.
And just for FYI, Alvin Bragg is from Harlem. He grew up on Strivers Row, wherever that is. So
And you know what disappoints me, Miss Miko, about this whole situation with Jonathan? And what's Jonathan's full name again?
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors. What disappoints me with this, Miss Miko, and I'll tell you a quick story because you know I got 1,000 stories,
Mm.
and they all true. Miss Miko, back in the '90s when I was out there hustling, no, in the early 2000s, uh, uh yeah, after the world, no, before the world trades dropped, I was out there hustling the coin, delivering packages with my van. You remember I told you guys that story, and I was getting that money. But when you was getting the money, you get accumulate parking tickets when you parking in Manhattan, Miss Miko and SennyJ. So at least every once a month, I would have to go down to parking violations to either fight parking tickets or pay them, right?
Right.
And this particular time, Miss Miko, even back then, I had about $800 worth of tickets.
Mm-hmm.
But I would go see the judge and fight the tickets. And I knew it back in those days how to get the tickets dismissed. I actually was so good at it that I could have started a little small business if I had any awareness back then, right? Miss
Yeah.
Miko, Miss Miko, I walk into one Center Street where they had the parking violations. I don't know if it's still located in Lower Manhattan. If you're in New York City, is parking violations still down in Lower Manhattan? At least one of them. Where is park? Matter of fact, if you live in New York, where's the parking violations where you fight tickets in your borough? So
I was
Miss
about to
Miko,
say.
I go down there. I high step into the courtroom. I got $800 worth of tickets. I got about 15 tickets. I already knew that maybe I might have to pay for one, but I'm gonna get those other 13 dismissed.
Mm-hmm.
So, Miss Miko, I walk into the courtroom and, you know, they have judges and, you know, just like a face to face situation, Cindy J. And I walked into the courtroom and I see the correspondence secretary. She was an African American. Looked like we had went to school together. Her name looked like it was Wendy Johnson.
I'm
And,
Wendy.
and, and Miss Miko, I looked at the judge and he was an African American. He looked just like me.
Mm-hmm.
Not
And
just
I
like
looked
you.
And I looked in there and I just said to myself, Miss Miko, I'm going to get all these effing tickets dismissed. And I wait there and I sat there confidently, Miss Cindy J, for my name to be called. And that correspondence secretary called, Shawn Harvey. I said, hey, sis. Hey, sis.
Wrong.
Right here.
I know
Wrong.
you buy it.
I came up with my paperwork like this, Lay. I came up with my paperwork. And I sat there in front of that judge and I looked at that judge and I almost gave him the peace sign. Because I knew that it was just a formality for me to get out of here. And I could go back to eating lunch and continue making that money and securing the bag.
Right.
And Miss Miko, I put the evidence out there in front of this man, in front of the correspondence secretary. And he didn't even give me a chance to say nothing. He looked at me and he said, guilty, you have to pay all the tickets.
What?
My nephew, my cousin, my brother, the dude I went to high school with.
Yup.
He said, no, not today. Not today. You're paying all of these tickets, 800 something dollars. I looked at my brother and I completely lost my mind in the courtroom. I said, this is what we're doing. This is what, and the security had to escort me out of there.
Was the bailiff black too, Shawn?
I can't remember.
It was all black.
He probably
I was so shocked. I was so shocked that the African American, my cousin, the judge and parking violation, shut me down.
Yeah, Shawn, that's they gotta do it. They gotta keep up appearances. They can't look like they letting all the black people get off. So you were a casualty of war, my friend.
Pretty much.
He has to keep his seat. You know, you were probably, he probably let some black people go, but then you came and he was like, nah, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah. He saw that swag dripping off of me. He saw that swag. He said, no, cuz, you got it, bro. Bro, you got it.
Not today,
But the month before that, I see Ruben Saperstein. Mr. Saperstein was like, yo, get out of here, man. We'll dismiss all this. Let him go get the bag.
Sean,
Saperstein,
brother,
Hirsch,
are you saying the brother was hating, Sean? Was
the
the brother
brother was hating. The
I hate
brother was hating on me in parking violence. So this goes back to Alvin. Alvin,
mm,
you doing the same thing, bro. You doing the same thing to Jonathan Majors that dude did to me.
Oh
When you
man.
see an African American, you let them slide, bro, especially with these minor charges.
right. You gotta do
Minor,
you know that.
not
You
minor charges.
He only tapped, City. He only
He choked her. She said she got choked. She said she was fighting for her life.
there's nothing wrong with little ain't nothing wrong with little nothing wrong with that.
He he put the paws on her.
now. Okay, well then let's talk about this in real time. Miss Miko, how many times you got choked? And I'm not talking about sexually choked. And how many times you got to? Did you call the police or did you take your choke?
Talking about little
Thank you. Thank you.
Please. Miss Miko's calling the police immediately. Immediately.
expeditiously.
City.
Immediately. While she's being choked, she has 9-1 on the line. Don't let her fool you.
No.
Miss Miko
Miss
will call the
Miko,
police in a minute.
City, Miss Miko,
If
if
she
you
even feels a tinge of unsafeness in the air, she is. We're leaving. We're
Cindy,
leaving.
Cindy, unfortunately, you are naive to the fact. This is a woman that's from Brooklyn. 99% of women from Brooklyn in their adult life has been choked by a neighbor. And if you look at Tamiko's face, she's been choked by a neighbor without calling the police. And I applaud her for that. I applaud. Let me give Miss Miko a round of applause.
I don't.
A little
I don't.
fake.
You can tell I'm telling the truth, Cindy. Look how she's shaking in that chair. She's like, how did he
Oh
know? How, how did he know? Yes, Sean, I've been choked. Cindy, I
Mm-mm.
asked you this question before we move on. Have you ever been choked by a neighbor and didn't call the police?
It wasn't necessarily a choke, but I did feel threatened. No, I didn't call the police. I didn't call the police.
And for the record, I done choked about 7 of y'all. And good looking to all them ladies that didn't call the police. I appreciate y'all. And this is
Mm-hmm.
what we're talking about. But the milk, 100% milk, they're going to call it. They're going to call Bob. That's Boys on Beat. And Jonathan, honestly, right now, I have no sympathy for you. You was about to be hired by a franchise, the Marvel company. You'd have been making the coin for the rest of your life. You could have been Black Superman, Black or whatever, but you're done.
Could have been black, whatever.
Could have been Black, whatever. That's a superhero.
bag. That's the thing. He was getting the bag. Yeah.
Really, really tarnished my image of him. The one black man I was looking up to. Damn. Anyways.
What else you got? If that's the only one Black man you're looking up to, there's a serious problem on your end.
You know, is it on my end? I don't know. Now this has hit big news for a lot of people. They're saying they knew, they didn't know, they didn't care. Now in 2024, your cup of noodles that you've known to love and eat is now switching to paper cups in 2024, and you will be able to microwave them now, finally. But a lot of people have said they've been microwaving it anyway. Nissen Foods,
For
the company.
years. That's how you make them.
Girl, no. Nissen Foods, the company behind Cup of Noodles, announced yesterday that it is introducing a new paper cup design in early 2024, replacing the current polystyrene cup that'll make the cups microwavable for the first time. The updated packaging and the new paper cup marks an important milestone for Cup Noodles and a key step in our environmental commitment, said the president and CEO, Michael Price. The new packaging will be rolled out across all flavors. The cup will be made with 40% recycled fiber, no longer requiring a plastic wrap, and features a sleeve made with 100% recycled paper. The new packaging is also polystyrene free, removing the use of plastic completely. The Microwaving polystyrene, which is found in styrofoam, may not be safe because of the presence of styrene. This compound has been linked to cancer, and substances may emit from the food containers at high temperatures when microwaved. However, some polystyrene containers are safe to microwave if they have been approved by the FDA, which tests the safety of microwavable containers, which Cup Foods was not. Nissin began selling Top Ramen in 1972, making it the first ramen manufactured and sold in the US. So, some people said, a lot of people on social media, about 90% are saying, I never knew that it was not microwavable, or who cares? I've been microwaving it all these years. Y'all are nasty.
Chat room if you always microwave your cup of soup. Put a number 2 if you never did. I'm
I
gonna give
did.
a billion number 1s because we just put that water in that thing and we put it in the microwave for 2 minutes.
You are supposed to pour boiling hot water into the cup,
That's
cover it.
That's
You put a little bowl over it to get the steam in there, and that's how it cooks. I mean, my family, they don't use microwaves anyway, so I kind of grew up not using the microwave, but like, you should know, when you put that cup in the microwave, it like burns. Like, it's not supposed to go in there, and that's why people are walking around sick.
Only
Just
place,
eating everything.
only place on earth where you get your morning start right. We want to see the hearts in the chat room right now. We appreciate you guys listening, tuning into the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ, and the Queen, Miss Miko. SennyJ, am I hearing you right? Whenever you had the cup of soup, the Roman noodles, you boiled your water and you placed the boiling water in the cup.
Yeah.
And Cindy, let me tell you something right now. I'm with you. 3 years from now, Miss Miko's left ear is gonna fall off. What is wrong with you African Americans with putting a cup? The cup melts in the microwave, and you still gonna put it in the microwave.
You can
when only thing your asses got to do is take that pot out and boil that water for 5 minutes and throw it in there, and you're good. But Miss Miko told on herself, just like all the rest of us black folk, I put it in the microwave. What's wrong with you? So what do, Miss Miko? You take water, you put the water in the cup, and you put it in the microwave, and you put it there for 2 minutes?
Yeah, in that order.
It literally says do not microwave on it.
I've never read it. I just always assumed. I've never read it.
You guys have to read it at least once. How do you know where to put the water?
Right.
Because there's a line in the cup. So you pour the water to that line right there. I thought that was like the watermark line.
Yeah, it is the watermark line for boiling water.
Not for that. I stopped eating cup of noodles like a long time ago though. It's been over 10 years since I've had one of those, a ramen, because they did a study. There was this guy, I forget his name. I think his last name was Cow, scientist or whatever. He took those little cameras and put it inside somebody that was eating the ramen noodles. After 2.5 hours, the noodles were still intact.
Like the McDonald's burgers and fries.
They're not good. But people
it's not real.
But people eat ramen more than they eat fast food. Yeah. Some people eat it like every day for lunch.
They sell them on planes. You can get them on Frontier, on JetBlue, on your flights. You can get a cup of ramen.
Yeah.
It's like
if you're at a certain age, if you're listening to this show right now, and you still partake in the ramen noodles, there's something seriously wrong with you. What are you doing? Don't eat that stuff. I mean, we all did. We all did back in the day. Listen, when I was doing cocaine, that was lunch for me. I get it. I used to eat it every day.
That's all the kids eat. You know that, right?
I tell you, I know that's the go-to for the kids. And the kids, the kids could digest it a little faster. Maybe it'll stay in their day in their system for a day other than 2 days. But if you're a grown, put a number one chat. Yeah, Miko's right. Put a number one chat room. If you're a grown ass person, you're still eating these ramen noodles. Mm-hmm. What is wrong with you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't eat them.
What else you got there?
A long time ago.
Hold on, wait a minute. But that's a good look that they're using the paper cups now for recycle. because it has that foam. And we could save a dolphin, or a SennyJ would say a seal, or the polar bears. You could save one of those guys. So that's a good look.
You really can. So you need to do that. This is a story that happened last week. It was kind of surprising. But it looks like America Alaska Airlines is catching the flack. There was a man, an off-duty pilot last week, that while the flight was starting up or while it was going, he attempted to shut off the engines of the plane. Alaska Airlines is now being sued over that attempt. Three passengers who were aboard the Alaska Airlines jet when an off-duty pilot riding in the cockpit jump seat allegedly tried to disable the plane's engines sued the Seattle-based carrier yesterday, accusing it of breaching its duty to ensure flight safety. The lawsuit, which also names Horizon Air as a defendant, stems from an in-flight emergency declared by the crew of Alaska Airlines Flight 2059 over the Pacific Northwest while the aircraft was en route from Everett, Washington to San Francisco. The Alaska Airlines flight was operated by the group's regional subsidiary, Horizon Air. The suit was filed in Washington State as a proposed class action complaint on behalf of those who flew as passengers. Alaska Airlines and a law firm, the Strip Matter firm, did not immediately respond to requests. The passengers in the lawsuit have asked for a public explanation from Alaska Air and Horizon Air as to why the pilot was not subjected to a pre-flight security screening. The lawsuit is seeking special and general damages in amounts to be proved at trial, including ticket fees, damages for psychological injury, physical pain, and suffering. The suit also seeks injunctive relief, mandating Alaska Airlines and Horizon Air to conduct examinations of all anticipated flight crew and jump seat passengers, including their mental health status. The pilot, Joseph Emerson, who was the pilot at the time. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Joseph Emerson was the Alaska Airlines pilot who was riding as a standby employee passenger in the cockpit jump seat. According to documents, Emerson told police he had struggled with depression for the past 6 months and had taken magic mushrooms 48 hours before boarding the plane. He ended up restrained by members of the cabin crew and was arrested in Portland, Oregon, where the flight was diverted and landed safely. The 44-year-old was charged with 83 counts of attempted murder, one for every person aboard the plane besides himself, and a single count of endangering an aircraft. So we are looking. But why was he in there on standby? Don't they already have a pilot?
That's how they ride.
With a
Like
couple people?
if he's flying from one location to another, or any crew member, especially the pilot, you can sit in the cockpit, or they give them preferential seating, like in first class or the exit row. But then he was probably hitching a ride from A to B, and they gave him a courtesy. It's like, oh, you can sit up here with us. You're one of us. Come on. So that's how he got there. I see it all the time. But that's unfortunate. We got to get these pilots together, man. That's unfortunate.
Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? And I was wanted to hear what Miss Miko's takes was on this story, because she is our professional traveler on the show. She's been around these pilots, and I say it all the time, but y'all don't listen to me. Y'all never listen to me, and it always comes out true. And you'll defy your morning God, your morning podcast God every day. Y'all sit there and worry about everything about the flight that you're taking, and never, not one time, you think about the mental states of the pilots.
Ever.
You always worried about your delay, your connection, the seat, the transfer to the airport. You got enough money. But you never know, your pilot could be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. The lights are on and nobody's on, especially in the society that we live in today. You think that pilots are immune to the crazy? The man took mushrooms. I remember, Miss Miko, I could tell you my mushroom story.
I'm sure you have one, Shawn.
But I'll say that for another time, because I need SennyJ to fix her face.
Please. Please save that story for another day.
Okay, I will. And Miss Miko's right. The pilot just jumped on the plane. He didn't go through no clearance. They're like, hey, let Joseph on. And they knew Joseph was out of his mind. And yes, 88 attempted murder charges or whatever. Yeah, throw the books at Alaskan Airlines and all their subsidiaries or whoever's they underlinks. You got to be careful. You don't know. Thank God he wasn't flying the plane because they would have been done.
Yeah.
Imagine a little dab of depression with some mushroom high and taking over the flight. But you're worrying about your connection. But you're going to be connected to the Almighty if you're dealing with somebody like Joseph. Let's change the narrative, guys.
To what, Shawn? What are you going to change it to?
You worried
what?
about Spirit Airlines and all these Frontiers and all these airlines. Focus on the mental health of the pilot. They're the ones who's flying the plane. And let me tell you something. Every time I fly, I got to fly a few days from now. SennyJ, I got to go to Texas. And when I get
kids?
Yeah, I don't go to those glamorous. I don't go to the Galapagos Islands like you.
Whatever.
Senny, and I'm asking both of you this question. Let me tell you something. I literally break my neck when I'm deboarding the plane to thank the pilot. I always thank the pilot. Thank you, sir or ma'am. Thank you. I don't walk off the plane like a freaking idiot and not thank the person who was flying the plane. And if you walk past them with your big head and you don't even thank these folks, you are so inconsiderate. SennyJ, I ask you first, and be honest, young lady. When you deplane the plane, if that's a word, do you thank your pilot, bro? Do you say thank you?
If he's there, I'm like, thanks. I hope you have a good day.
Have you ever walked by the pilot and didn't say nothing?
Yeah.
That's terrible. Miss Miko. This is your
job. Better get me there safely.
Miss Miko. This is the moment of truth, young lady.
Yeah.
This is the whole culmination of your whole entire honest life.
Oh my God.
Miss Miko.
Not the pilot.
This is it. This answer will determine if you go to the pearly gates or burn in hell.
Gosh.
Miss Miko, have you ever said thank you to the pilots after when it's time to deplane the plane?
If I see them, yes. I always say thank you, good job, or up.
Have you ever walked?
I don't make eye contact with them because they get on my nerves sometimes.
Have you ever walked past the pilot and didn't say thank you, Miss Miko? This is it right now.
I always respect the pilots, always.
And this is what I'm talking about. Show the pilots some love. You don't know what these people are going through. You're worrying about what airline and what flight you're taking. You need to pray. You'll pray for, God, I want to pray to get from point A to point B. That's the wrong prayer. You better pray that pilot got some sleep that night.
I'd be specific. Like, I asked God to guide the pilots and hold his hand as he used this instrument, this vessel to guide me to my place. Yes, I'm very specific when I pray when I'm on that plane.
The Godfather said you leave him a tip too. No. You're not going to slide him a little $5 for getting you this.
I don't do that.
And I also give special love to when I see the brothers flying the plane, special love to them. And lately, there's been there's a lot of gay pilots, if I can say that. I don't even know if that's the correct way to say that. Shout out to them. I was on a plane one time. Both of the pilots were gay, and the flight attendant, everybody was gay on the plane. And I had a great experience. And I don't know about Miss Miko, even if the flight attendant is a little rude, and I get it, they are. Sometimes I even thank them as well. Because remember, what we forget all the time is, and how many times I've been saying this throughout the years, We are not supposed to be flying. We made this up. We are not supposed to be in a tube that's going 600 miles an hour at 30,000 feet. It's not supposed to do that. But we invented it to get us from point A to point B. I get it. So if you're in a situation where you're in a tube that's going 600 miles an hour at 30,000 feet, you're vulnerable to anything that happens. And there's nothing you can do about it. So when the plane lands, I thank everybody. This is not like a restaurant where you get bad service.
Shawn, do you start clapping when the plane lands? Are you one of those people?
No.
Or do you stand up immediately?
No.
Which one?
This is what I do. This is what I do. When I have the rough landing, when the plane doing this, and I always share this, not joke around, but I do. I look right, if I'm at the window seat, I'm looking right out that window because I want to see the doom happen in real time. A lot of y'all scared. I'm not scared. But when that plane lands, I'm like, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I go, thank you. I'm not all animated like a damn seal in Water World. We're not doing that. I'm not going to yell out Jesus. Put in one chat room. You had a rough landing and you yell out Jesus. Cindy, have you ever yelled out Jesus?
No, I need all my energy.
Miss Miko, have you ever yelled out Jesus?
I normally can take turbulence, but if it gets really bad, I just close my eyes.
Why? Miss Miko, keep your eyes open so you can see the fiery crash.
Nope, I just close my eyes and that's it. And it goes away after a while. I'm very quiet.
Miss Miko, if the plane going down, you're going to keep your eyes closed?
Close my eyes.
No, keep your eyes open. See, listen, life is about to end. You want to see every second of it.
Don't want to see it. Nope.
All right, Cindy, what else you got before we get out of here?
And Prentice, I do thank them. I do say thank you. First of all, it's a little attention seeking because they land and then they stand there, as everybody's deboarding, like, oh, thank me. Look at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, go back in the cockpit. I'm sure you have to do some after work stuff, but whatever. So if they're there, yes. But if they're not there, I'm not going to be like, oh, is the pilot there? Can I say hello? Like, thank you. Like, no, I'm not going out of my way. If you're there, thank you. That was a great flight. And I go on about my business.
Cindy, are you serious right now?
I'm not breaking my neck for the pilot.
Not attention seeking.
It is a little attention seeking. Because when we're boarding the plane, y'all are nowhere to be found, especially when you're running late. But at the end, y'all just jump out of that cockpit and you're bye. Like, sit down, sir. You're all right.
Oh my God.
Howard University becomes the first HBCU with a figure skating team. Okay. Black people skate too. Howard University is preparing to show out on the ice. This HBCU revealed it has implemented the first figure skating team in the country. The Howard team is preparing to compete in its first ice skating season. Howard students Maya James and Cheyenne Walker started the team together, but had no connection before doing so. Maya is a junior studying psychology, while Cheyenne is a senior studying political science. As their undergraduate years passed, they reportedly contemplated starting a skating team at Howard. Last winter, Maya reached out to Cheyenne after reading an article highlighting her history with ice skating, and an Instagram DM led to collaboration on the team. Cheyenne had told US Figure Skating that she was on board because she wanted it for the campus community, and there was already bubbling interest from other students. What happened to the article? I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it.
They reached out to each other and they decided to do it. The Howard University figure skating team became official at the end of summer 2023. Ultimately, starting a new athletic team took an entire semester. It is registered through the university and U.S. Figure Skating, making it eligible to compete with other universities. Both of the girls are very excited to leave their impact on the campus community. The team used social media to recruit seasoned and first time figure skaters. The team collaborates with an organization called Diversify Ice, which is dedicated to underrepresented figure skaters. Its founder, Joel Savari, said that this is a historical opportunity to take a school with no background in skating and polish its new team and structure. The Howard University figure skating team will attend its first ice competition in February of 2024. So shout out to these girls, and I'm excited to see. I haven't seen other colleges have figure skating teams. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing. That's pretty dope, though.
Yeah, where do they be competing at? I have to look that up.
Well, you got to go to all the schools in Minnesota and Michigan and South Dakota where they have these figure skating teams. This is a good look for African Americans. You know how we get down. We dominate sports. We couldn't skate because in the inner cities, we couldn't afford the equipment. I remember my bonus son was out there skating for a year, but that cost a lot of money. The helmet was like $400.
Mm.
It's a lot of money to skate. So now that Howard University have the Soul Sisters out there skating, this is going to be a good look. And I think that this is something that can springboard to all other colleges, not only, but a lot of other colleges for figure skating. This is a great look right now. And to my Babylonian friends, you know, when you let a African American in, we're going to dominate the sport. That's why hockey is so successful now. They do have African American skaters in the National Hockey League, but they're sort of like French Canadian. They're not like Jamal and them from the hood. And once we get Jamal and all of them into the National Hockey League, we're gonna change the whole season. It's
Uniforms
just
going, the plays
it's
going to be, the swag is going to be on 1,000. Game over.
yo, they're gonna have the Air Jordan skates. It's gonna be crazy. It's just another 10 more years away. We're gonna see it in our lifetime. And this is the springboard right here for Howard University to have their first women's figure skating team. This is a great look for African Americans, and it's a great look for skating as a whole. And to my Babylonian friends, just because you have your little hockey association and you have your little rules, we can easily start our own rules and we can start our own committee and our own league. Because you're not going to sit there and have African American young women talking about they can't skate because they wearing a weave. Or they have the dreads. Two of the dreads. You see because you gotta go there. You gotta go there because 2 years from now, Cindy gonna share a story. You know, Sharon Williams from the Bronx was on the skating team, but she had dreads, and now there's a lawsuit. How many times do we hear this?
That's right. Y'all better keep it on the up and up. Don't let us have to come for you, because we will. Let my girls skate.
Exactly. Let
Locks,
us skate.
weaves, nails, all of that. Because
Thank
it's
you.
coming.
The swag, like Ms. Miko said, the swag is all coming. This
We're
is
going to
not
have
going to be.
rap music in the routines and everything.
Yep.
We don't
That's right.
Yep.
All your.
working. We don't want no problem.
That's right. All your traditional skating patterns, your little triple axles and all that dumb crap. We changing the game. We
We're going
gonna
to have
have marching
BBWs
bands.
out there.
We gonna have Grambling State, Southern University, band on ice, neighbors.
Not band on ice. Stop. I can't.
And they gonna call it bands on bands on bands, baby.
So crazy, Shawn.
It's gonna be the Esker hoods.
That's
I
good.
can't.
All right,
Just be
Ms. Miko.
careful. You know there was that NHL player that just died last week. Adam Johnson from getting a cut to the neck from skates. I don't even know why they don't wear like neck guards, because that is one of the reasons I will never ice skate. I have a fear that I will fall and somebody will slice off my fingers or something.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's why I never ice skated. I don't even have my kids ice skating. I can't do it. It freaks me out. So shout out to all the people that ice skate because that is dangerous.
You are absolutely right. They should put that metal protector on that neck. And you know, it was a horrific scene because the young man who unfortunately got killed on, while he was skating, it happened on while in the game,
Yeah,
like
live on
on the
TV.
ice. Like that.
So,
That's unbelievable.
oh my
Say what?
God. The fans saw it happen?
Yes, it happened right in the game on the ice.
Yeah, he tried to skate away and then like he just collapsed.
Man.
It was really sad.
All
I'm
right, Miss
holding my.
Miko, you don't have to hold your neck, Miss Miko. Calm down.
I know it makes you go like
Yeah.
this. All that
Oh.
gear they have, they should have neck guards. I think that's maybe I should patent that. Let
You
me
should
go
see.
let me go make a prototype.
All right, we're gonna get serious. Miss Miko, do you have anything, or we're gonna get out of here? Good.
Oh, we gonna get out of here. I just got my
All
last
right,
word.
Miss Miko, Cindy, we're gonna give you the last word before the last word. Before we get the official last word. Go ahead, Cindy.
It's the weekend and the week has ended. That is your last word.
Snaps, snaps, snaps. Good one, Cindy. Well,
You
All
mine's
right,
kind of the same line, so.
let's go. Let's go to the true professional now. And Cindy J, technically the week's not over yet. But go ahead, let's go.
I am wishing all of you a wonderful weekend filled with laughter, relaxation, and all the good vibes that you need.
See,
please.
she always brings it home.
Please.
All right,
Whatever.
all right, guys, please like, share, follow Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. Put a number 1 in the chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Put a number 2 if you didn't. We see you guys on Monday. God bless and be safe. Come on, ladies, let's wave at these folks.
Come out to Bacon Fest or come out to Main Gate. Come hang out with me this weekend. Bye.
Okay.
Girl,